Alrighty, so here we are again, and we're going to go through some story problem notes involving inequalities. But this is part 2. So we need to flip the paper over, and we'll go through part 2. Alright, here we go on the back side. I'm going to try to get through these quickly. If I don't go too fast, please pause the video. It allows you some think time. Also, you can always replay these and listen to it again. Alright, number 3. You are collecting money from sponsors for a 10-mile walk. So far, you have collected $230 in donations. How much must the last sponsor pledge per mile to reach or exceed your goal of $300? Alright, so I underlined the question, how much must the last sponsor pledge? So I'm going to use D for that. D is the dollar pledge. I don't know how much they're going to pledge. So the dollar pledge that the last sponsor is going to pledge. Now I'm comparing what I've going to collect to my goal. And I want what I collect to reach or exceed my goal. So I want this to reach my goal or even get more than my goal. So there's my inequality symbol. I'd like to get over my goal. Alright, here we go. I started with $230. I have $230 collected. And then this last sponsor is going to give me some money. And they're going to give me some money every mile. And I'm going to walk 10 miles. So 10 miles times D, what they're going to give me per mile. See right here it says per mile. So I'm walking 10 miles and they're going to give me a little bit of money for every mile. And I want that to reach or exceed my goal of $300. Alright, that's the hard part right there. From here I hope it's easy. You unwrap it, so you subtract 230. You get 10D is greater than or equal to 70. And then you divide by 10. D is greater than or equal to 7. So D, the dollar pledge, has to be greater than or equal to 7. So the last sponsor must give me at least $7 per mile. Because it says greater than or equal to. So I need at least $7 a mile if I want to reach my goal. If it gives me more than $7 per mile, then I'll get more than my $300 goal. Alrighty, next. Gary is getting ready to celebrate his 13th birthday and he wants to have a party. Chuck E. Cheese, woohoo! Charges $50 fee for a birthday party and then $5.50 for each person. Zap Zone, oh yeah, charges $80 for a birthday party and $3 per person. How many people would it take for Gary to invite so that it's cheaper to go to Zap Zone? All right, how many people is the question? It's underlined. How many people? So P stands for the number of people. Number of people. Now we're comparing a party at Chuck E. Cheese, woohoo, to Zap Zone, oh yeah. And we want it to be cheaper for Gary to go to Zap Zone. Cheaper to go to Zap Zone. So that means Zap Zone is going to be the less than, the smaller one. So it should point to Zap Zone. We want Zap Zone to be cheaper. Okay, at Chuck E. Cheese's, they're going to charge you $50, it says. And then they're also going to charge you $5.50 per person. So that's going to be $5.50 P. Now at Zap Zone, it's $80 at first. And then it says $3 per person. $3 per person. Okay, that's the hard part right there. Hopefully solving is easy. Let's subtract 3p so we get all the p's on one side. That leaves you with 50. 550p minus 3p would be 250p. We still have 80 over on the other side. Subtract 50 from both sides of the inequality. You have 250p is greater than 30. And then divide by 250, $2.50. And you get p is greater than 12. So that means the people that Gary needs to invite more than 12 people to save money at Zap Zone. So Gary needs to invite more than 12 people. He needs to invite more than 12 people to make Zap Zone cheaper. So if he wants to go to Zap Zone instead of Chuck E. Cheese's, he needs to have a bigger party. It'll actually end up being cheaper. Alright, last one. Tickets to the Mud Hens games are $12 each. Season tickets are $396 for the same type of seat. Parking is $5 a game. How many times do you have to use the season pass for the total cost of the season ticket option to be less than the total cost of the individual game ticket option? Alright, question, how many times? How many times? So I'm going to use G. Change that to a G. G for games. How many times am I going to go to the game? Alright, how many times? How many visits? How many games? So I'm changing this to a G. I suggest you do too. Now we're comparing season tickets to the individual game. And we want to know, when will the season pass be less than? So we want the season pass to be less than the individual game tickets. Alright, season tickets, how much are they? Yep, $396. Now that's not it. You also have to pay for parking. So this gets you your tickets, but you also have to pay for parking, $5 a game. So add in $5 per game. Now, if you just go and buy your ticket individually, one ticket at a time, it's going to cost you $12 each. So $12 every time you go. But don't forget, you also need to park, which is $5 a game. So season tickets plus parking, regular ticket plus parking. Alright, here we go. Let's solve it. Let's subtract that 5G from both sides right away. So let's take care of the parking right away. That leaves you with 396. Wow, let's do a little better there. That leaves me with 396 is less than 12G. Divide both sides by 12. And you get 33 is less than G. I do not like the G on the right side, so flip the entire inequality. Flip the symbol too. And you get G is greater than 33. So what that means is you'd need to go to more than 33 games in order to make a season ticket worth it. So you need to go to more than 33 games to make season tickets worth it. Go to more than 33 games to make a season tickets worth it. If you're not going to go to 33 games or more, more than 33 games, then don't buy the season tickets. It's not worth it. Alright, I hope these two videos are helpful. Good luck. Feel free to ask me questions if you need to.